So we should start in a minute. Just trying to make sure it's on YouTube. Oh, I have to send the YouTube link. 1 second.
And now I can see and hear.
Yeah, I have to send the YouTube link to people, right?
Yeah.
So we should start in a minute. Just trying to make sure it's on YouTube. Oh, I have to send the YouTube link. 1 second.
Now I can see and hear.
Yeah, I have to send the YouTube link to people, right? Yes. So we should start in a minute. Just trying to make sure it's on YouTube. Oh, I have to send the YouTube link. 1 second.
You repeat ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ.
No, don't worry about it.
Right.
Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
So we can start, right?
Okay.
Asmat Gurubhyo Namaha, Asmat Parama Gurubhyo Namaha, Asmat Sarva Gurubhyo Namaha, Shri Krishna Parabrahmane Namaha, Shri Lakshmi Hayavadana Parabrahmane Namaha, Shri Lakshmi Nrsimha Parabrahmane Namaha, Sarvam Shri Krishna Arpanamastu. So we are joining after a few weeks. Hope things go well from now onwards without any break. We are now doing the lecture 39. Today we'll continue with the chapter 4 where we stopped. Let me see. We stopped at this verse, Evam Jnatva Kritam Karma Purvairapi Mumukshubhihi Kuru Karmaiva Tasmatvam Purvaihi Purvataram Kritam. We just about stopped there. We'll continue with this, with the meaning of this. Just a second, let me throw this a little bit further here. Yeah. Evam mukta prakarena srishtyadehe kartaramapi akartaram srishtyaadi karma phala sangrahitam cha yomam abhijanati sa karma yoga aramba virodhibihi phala sangadi hetubihi prachina karma bihi na sambadhyate muchyate ityartha. This meaning we are going to explain in the next few slides. Okay. So the meaning of verse 4:15, which is nothing but evam jnatva kritam karma. This is, knowing this, the older people like Vivaswan, Manu, etc. did the karmas. Hence, O Arjuna, Lord Krishna says to Arjuna, do karma like how those people of yore did long time back. Then the question comes up, knowing this means what? Evam jnatva kritam karma, knowing this. What does it mean? Knowing means knowing that Lord Krishna is impartial in creation. He does not give arbitrarily somebody a bad situation, somebody a good situation. He is not interested in the fruits of creation and such acts which he is doing. So one should know this. And that is given in the previous verse, Namam karmani limpanti, name karma phale spraha, iti mam yobhijanati karma bihi na sabadhyate. Namam karmani limpanti. One should know that Lord Krishna is not tainted by karmas. He is not bound by karmas. Name karma phale spraha. He has no interest of the fruits of action. He doesn't need any fruits of action. He's not interested in. Itimam yobhijanati, knowing that Lord Krishna is like that. Karma bihi na sabadhyate. That person who knows Krishna as an impartial creator will not be bound by karmas. This is a very important meaning here. That means the trick or the ideology, the secret behind Karma Yoga is to know that Lord is impartial and have the same kind of feeling in any kind of a situation. We may suddenly come to this kind of situation where hundreds of thousands of people are being killed by some virus. Oh, why this person? Why my relative? Why my friend? all these things doesn't mean anything because Lord Krishna is impartial at any moment. So we should not lose faith in this doctrine. We should not lose our conviction in this doctrine. We should always think, whatever may be the situation, that the Lord is impartial. Hence, this particular knowledge of impartiality of the Lord is not easy to get, right? So, knowing what should one do karma yoga, one should know. One who knows me in that manner does not get entangled by karma. In which manner? That is, that Lord is impartial. Now let's take the next verse, the 4.16. Kim karma, kim akarmeti, kavayopyatra mohitaha, tatte karma pravakshyami yajñatva mokshase ashubhat. Kim karma, kim akarmeti, kavayopyatra mohitaha. Even though the so-called vidvamsas, knowledgeable people, even they are deluded by the meaning of karma and akarma. They don't know what karma exactly is, what akarma exactly is. Tatte karma pravakshyami yat jnatva mokshase ashubhat. I'm going to tell you that karma, knowing which you will be released from all inauspiciousness or bondage of karma. So the karmas will not bind you anymore, knowing this knowledge. So this knowledge is very important. So says Lord Krishna. This is a direct translation, but many people translate it in very different ways. The other acharyas translate it in very different ways. Akarma means, they say it's inaction, and karma means action. That itself is not appropriate. And why is it not appropriate? Sri Ramanujacharya explains. But what we need to understand is, many people just directly read Sanskrit translations of English translation of Sanskrit. This is where the problem comes. And those people are deluded who directly read English translation books without knowing deeply exactly what was meant. I know of many educated people who fall into this category, where they're just reading some translations, and there are multiple translations which have this kind of different kind of meaning, given wrong meanings associated with these verses. Let's see Ramanuja Bhashya. Then we can say, whoa, why are the other acharyas wrong in saying those meanings? So that needs a lot of assessment. As we spoke earlier, that we were going to follow Ramanuja Bhashya first, understand Ramanuja Bhashya first, and slowly figure out what other acharyas have said and how are they appropriate or not appropriate. I'm not saying they are inappropriate. But as per Ramanuja Bhashya, the other views are wrong, and that's what I'm representing at this point. Okay. What Ramanuja Bhashya here says is, Vakshamanasya karmana durjnanatam aha. What is being said here regarding karma and akarma are very hard, inscrutable, unfathomable. It's not easy to understand karma yoga properly. So what does it mean? Mumukshuna anushteyam kim karma kim swarupam. First of all, to become a mumukshu, that means moksha is what one should be interested in, or my goal is moksha. If you want to clearly believe that you have achieved that, that means that you should become a mumukshu, or you have become a mumukshu. Such a person who wants to get relief from the bondage of samsara sincerely should know what should be done, how should actions be done. Mumukshana anushteyam karma kim swarupam. What is the form of action to be implemented, action to be done by a person truly interested in release from samsara? Akarma cha kim. What is the nature of akarma? Phalabhisandhi rahitam, that is without any fruits of action. Bhagavad Aradhana Rupam, that is in the form of worship of the Lord, that is the right action. Rupam karma. Akarmeti, what is akarma? Akarmeti kartuhu atmanaha yatatma jnanam uchyate. Akarma means not in action. Akarma is the nature of the self who is the doer of these actions. The nature of the self is the true nature of the self. Yathatmya jnana uchyate. See, don't I know who I am? Many people will say, oh, I know who I am. As simple as that. If you ask them, oh, well, I'm from Bangalore. I'm so-and-so's son. I'm this, I'm that. But they don't know who the true self is. They don't realize, they don't understand, they don't feel, they don't realize the nature of the true self. That's a very hard thing to achieve. Anushteyam karma tadantargatam jnanam cha. Akarma iti kartuhu atmanaha yatatmak jnanam uchyate. Akarma means the nature of the self of the doer, the true nature. Anushteyam karma, what should be done? What is the nature of the action? Tadantargatam jnanam cha. That means the inbuilt, embedded knowledge of the self while doing action. That means any karma yoga action done by that person will have embedded Atma Jnana within it. It will not be against the Atma Jnana, which will involve, it's infused inside the actions. Every action of that person will have Atma Jnana imbibed into it. Kim rupam iti ubhayatra kavayo vidvamsopi mohitaha. What is the nature of karma? What is the nature of akarma? In both cases, the so-called vidvamsas, even though they may be educated, they are confused. Mohitaha. Yathavan na jananti. They don't know exactly what it is. They are confused. Evam antarugata jnanam yat karma tatte pravakshami. What karma which has got embedded Atma Jnana in it, that action I am going to tell you what it is. That's what Lord Krishna says. Yat jnatva anushtaya ashubhat samsara bandhanat mokshase. Knowing this and implementing and taking it into action, that is actually putting it into action, you will be released from ashubha or inauspiciousness, which is of the form of the bondage in this samsara. You will be released, you will get moksha. Kartavya karma jnanam hi anushtana phalam. The true knowledge of this jnana will automatically result in the actual performance of the actions. So, if somebody has understood this Atma Jnana well, then he will automatically act according to the Atma Jnana. One second. The next verse. Karmano hyapi bodhavyam cha vikarmanaha. Akarmanascha bodhavyam gahana karmano gatihi. So why is this whole subject difficult? Is there are different parts to it. What are the different parts? The different parts are karma should be known. Vikarma should be known. Vikarma is various types of action. Several acharyas have commented differently, and Ramanujacharya prefers this meaning vikarma. And we will have to deal with the other interpretations, stuff like that later. Right? Akarma is the path of what is akarma. So there are three aspects to be known. Karma should be known, vikarma should be known, akarma should be known. And all the details of this should be known. Hence, the path of karma is inscrutable, enigmatic, mysterious, not easy to understand. think about what we do, right? We just do it. I felt like it, I just did it. But that is not good enough for a mumukshu. It should indicate the knowledge of Atman within. Every action of that should be pure. Ramanujacharya explains, Kuto asya durgyanata. Why is this? There is a difficulty here to understand karma. Yasmat moksha sadhana bhute karma swarupe bodhavyam asti. If the actions are eventually to lead to moksha, such karmas have to be understood carefully. Every aspect of it should be understood. They're subtle, and those aspects should be understood. Vikarmanicha, what is Vikarma? Vividhatam aparna karma means they have differentiated themselves into different forms of action. Karma Yoga itself comes in different forms of action. This Vikarma includes Nitya Karmas. Nitya Karmas are daily duties. It has to be done. Aharaha Sandhyam Kurvita. Doing Sandhya Vandana every day is a duty for the Trivarnikas. Right? Like that. Nitya Naimittika means occasional. Occasional means Amavasya, some tarpana should be done. This one particularly, some incidental. There's some said, oh Grahana, in this Grahana you should do this kind of karmas. These are all prescribed karmas of the Vedas. Naimittika, Kamya Karma. Kamya Karma is also prescribed in the Vedas as Putra Kameshti Yaga or something where there is a Kamya, that is, there is some desire-oriented work as supported by the Vedas, as prescribed in the Vedas. So sadhana dravyajnadhyakarayana. It's not easy, right? To do all these actions, one has to have materials, one has to earn a living, one has to take care of several things to do these actions. So vividhatam apannam karma, hence the vikarma is a set of large categories of karmas, all related to each other. In a way, they're all of different kind. One has to know the details of them. Akarmani jnanecha bodhavyam asti. Even in akarma, which is basically jnana, akarma should be known as not karma. Karma itarat. That means other than karma, what is there? Jnana. Even jnana has to be understood. Gahana durvijnana mumukshoho karmanogatihi. The path of action for a person who wants to achieve moksha is difficult to understand. Vikarmanicha bodhavyam nitya naimittika kamya dravyarjanado karmani. So in vikarmas, there are so many different types of actions, right? In the so many different types of actions, like nitya is the daily duties, naimittika occasional, kamya is desire-oriented. In these actions, there are so many different phalas, or the results of these actions are so various. But all those various results of those actions should be given up, because they all have only one final goal of moksha. One should only have that feeling that all the different vikarmas we are doing is only for moksha and not for intermediate benefits of any kind. That is with knowing that very well, one should get into action, one should perform actions. And since in the second chapter, Vyavasayatmika buddhi ekeha kurunandana bahushya kahyanantascha buddhayo vyavasayinam, in that verse, clearly it was said that even though there are different kinds of works, Vyavasayatmika buddhi, spiritually progressive knowledge is one, that is, it will have one view, that is Atma Jnana, to achieve Atma Jnana or moksha, right? So that it was already said prior in the prior chapters, that is in second chapter. Hence, that is not explained here too much. It will not be dealt with here because it was said earlier. So the summary here is, since karma has different aspects, karma, akarma, and vikarma, knowing the details of all these properly and implementing them properly is not an easy issue. Here, a couple of points have to be noted. In the term vikarma, some people may interpret it using the Vishnu Purana sloka, which says, Pashandino Vikarma Sthan, in the Vishnu Purana, chapter 3, 1897 verse, where Vikarma here means Viruddha Karma, that means acts opposed to Dharma, actions opposed to Dharma. So Vikarma could mean, Sanskrit is very difficult to understand. So Vikarma could directly, if you use the word term used in Vishnu Purana sloka, Vikarma should mean Viruddha Karma or opposed actions opposed to Dharma. But here, the Upasarga or the prefix, it should be taken as Vaividhya or Vividhata or variety. This is Ramanujacharya's Bhashya here. Ramanujacharya clarifies that you should not use the other meaning. The variety in karmas that is to be put to practice. This is very important because you can see some of the acharyas have taken differently. Well, each acharya is a free world, right? Each acharya can take a meaning in however way they want. But we will see why this is valuable as per Ramanuja Bhashya and as per Sri Vedanta Deshika's Tatparya Chandrika. That variety is well known in the form of Nitya Karma. The varieties of actions are natural. These are Nitya Karmas, Naimitya Karma, and Kamya Karmas. And even all these actions have a fundamental base set of actions. That is, we need to earn a living, to protect ourselves, for food, water, shelter is basic. And to bring food, water, shelter, and also some entertainment, you have to work. So all these things are supportive to the final goal of moksha. And don't get carried away by the intermediate results of these actions. And some people say akarma is inaction, that is just keeping quiet without doing any action. That is not acceptable to Ramanuja Bhashya. It says akarma, what is to be known about akarma? Not doing anything, being alone and not doing anything. That is not the real meaning here, because akarma why akarma would mean jnana here? Then why would somebody do it in a different way? In Shankara Bhashya, akarma is taken as inaction. So for jnani, a really knowledgeable person should not get involved in any action. See, that aspect we will discuss very seriously. It is not an easy subject to talk about. And I think we have talked about earlier also in introduction to the third chapter and stuff like that, where Shankaracharya separates this out as different kinds of aspirants. And based on different kinds of aspirants, the meaning becomes different in the Shankara Bhashya. Ramanujacharya does not agree with it. There is nothing called separation. One second. There is nothing, so that meaning is not applicable here as per Ramanujacharya. So hence, karma and jnana are tightly related for Ramanujacharya. And he says, anywhere in this world, whatever action you do, the karma and jnana should be related to each other. And here, karma and jnana are, karma yoga and jnana yoga are related. They are not for two different kind of aspirants. Having said that, we need to go in depth to understand what exactly is the nature of karma yoga and jnana yoga as per Ramanujacharya. That we will do. That is why it is hard to understand gahana karmano gatihi. Ekashastratvanusandhanam is very important. That is, moksha is the only goal of vividha karmas, of the different kind of karmas. So, but the final goal is moksha. That has to be understood. In the Advaitic Bhashyas, for Jnani, he doesn't have to do any karmas. For one who is capable only for karma yoga, then he should do karma yoga. For Jnana yoga, he is not enjoined to do karmas. He is not asked. He is not required to do karmas. This is the way it has been approached in the Advaita. We will talk about it in detail. Tadetat vyavasayatmika buddhihi ityatra evam muktam iti nahi prapachate. It's already talked about, as we already said earlier. In vyavasayatmika buddhihi, they talked about the situation as to why spiritual progress has only one goal, and all other people who are not interested in spiritual progress or Atma Jnana will go after different goals. The next verse is the 18th verse of 4th chapter. Karmani akarmayaha paschyate akarmani cha karmayaha sa buddhiman manushyeshu sa yuktaha kritsna karma krite. In fact, this is a funny shloka in the sense that, if you look at only English translation of it, many people, once a person who sees action in inaction and a person who sees inaction in action, he is an intelligent person and he has done all the work to be done. This is the way the meaning comes up, but it's so difficult words to understand. Let's see the meaning Ramanujacharya assigns here. Karmani akarma yaha pashyet. Yaha karmani akarma pashyet. One who sees real knowledge of the individual self in karma, in actions. Yaha akarmani karma. In the same way, one who sees action or karma in the knowledge of Atman. The knowledge of Atman has inbuilt karma yoga in it. Sa manusheshu buddhiman. He is an intelligent one among human beings. Sa yuktaha. He is the only one who is eligible for moksha. Saha Krishna karma krite. He is the one who does all ordained karmas properly. We have to note the special meanings of the terms akarma, yuktaha, Krishna karma krite. All they have special meanings here. So the gist of this verse is, while doing karma yoga, one has to contemplate on the knowledge of Atman. And while doing jnana yoga, one has to be doing ordained duties. He has to continue to do karma yoga without giving up. Only such person will be eligible for liberation. And he is the one who practices the Shastras properly. Right? Now, let us take Ramanuja Bhashya here. Karma akarmanoho bodhavyamaha karmaniti. What is to be known is said about karma and akarma. Akarma shabdena atra karmetarat jnana. One second, let me just understand. Okay. Akarma shabdena atra karma itarat prastutam atma jnana muchyate. Akarma shabda shows it's Atma Jnana. Karma itarat means it's other than karma. Karmani kriyamane eva Atma Jnanam yaha pashyete. While doing actions, one sees Atma Jnana within, embedded in it. Akarmani cha Atma Jnane vartamanaha eva yaha karma pashyete. While contemplating on Atma Jnana, one sees action in it. Kimuktam bhavati kriyamanameva karma atma jnana yathatmyanusandhanena jnanakaram yaha pashyete. When somebody does action, the person looks at action as an expression of inbuilt Atma Jnana. So the actions are a result and an expression of the Atma Jnana inbuilt. If he sees it that way, he is the right person. And that Jnana is embedded in Karma Yoga. So the Jnana has the form of action within it. Karmakaram yaha pashyet ityuktam bhavati. This, even though we can understand Ramanuja Bhashya in a way, to understand the in-depth meaning of it, one should probably directly realize it. Only one, if somebody realizes this while doing actions, doing Shastra Karmas, then it will be easier to understand. Now it's very difficult. We just know roughly what Ramanujacharya says here. Kriyamanaihi karmani akartru bhuta atma athatmya anusandhanena tadubhayam sampannam bhavati. What Ramanujacharya says here is very interesting. Kriyamanaihi karmani, while doing the actions, if one realizes the inbuilt Atma Jnana, both of this will be achieved. That means karmanya karmaya pasyet and akarmani cha karmaya, both of these would be achieved if one realizes the inner Atma Jnana while doing the works. Evam Atma Jnana yathatmya anusandhana garbham karma yaha pasyet sa buddhiman. So the summary here is like this, in this manner, while doing works, if one realizes the inner inbuilt Atma Jnana, saha buddhiman, that person is an intelligent person. Krishna Shastrarthavit, he knows all the Shastras very clearly. Sayuktaha, he becomes eligible for moksha. Sayeva Krishna Karma Krite, he really does the actions, all the actions according to the Shastra properly. See here, we have to note a couple of items here. Avadharana. Avadharana means eva. Karmani kriyamane eva atmajnanam yaha pashyet. Akarmani cha atmajnane vartamana eva karma pashyet. That shows Ramanujacharya very strictly says Atmajnana and karma are interrelated. If you look at the Bhashyas of Ishavasya Upanishad, there Vidyancha Avidyancha yo vet ubayagam saha, Vidya and Avidya are related there. And that is how Ramanujacharya brings the meaning here as karma and akarma, very much related to the words in Ishavasya Upanishad. We will deal with that later. Kimuktam bhavati, many doubts can come here. Some people can feel there is no need for Atma Jnana while performing actions, because it's very difficult to contemplate on other than the work. If you're focusing on the work, how can you focus on Atma Jnana? People can ask this question. And while contemplating on the self, how can you think about karma actions? You are actually thinking and contemplating on the self. You can't be performing or even thinking of actions at that time. So all these are impossible. That's somebody can say this is all not even correct. To clarify, here it is not impossible to do both at the same time. How is it? One is able to talk and walk, right? One is able to walk, see, talk. It's possible. One who can eat, usually, we watch TV and eat, which we shouldn't be doing because that's not healthy. But we do it all the time. At least many of us, including me, do it all the time. So we have this multi-processing almost built in our life. So don't say that it's impossible to think about jnana while doing karma, or think about karma while doing jnana. All these are impossible. That's not acceptable. We can do two things at the same time, and that's what we should understand. One popular, thing in America is in we travel for a long time in cars to get to work or come back to home. But while driving, we'll be talking on the phone or listening to some music. This is very natural. There's nothing, this kind of question shouldn't even arise. Kriyamanam eva karma atmajnana anusandhanena jnanakaram pashyet. So karma is associated with jnana, jnana is associated with karma. So this whole verse is well explained. I'm not going to explain too much here. Okay, now we will, so this is what I want to end it here because the subject becomes more complicated at this point, or a little bit more, it takes a little turns here. So I wanted to address those issues later. So let me open the question, the floor for questions now. If you have any questions regarding this or any other questions, please let me know.
Krishna, this is Srinath. Can you hear?
Yes, I can hear you very well.
Okay. I just sent a question to the chat group also. This is my question basically.
I'm not able to read the chat group. Can you tell me?
Okay. A karma has to be performed with the knowledge of the jnana part of that karma. This is what we have seen today. Right?
Yes.
Okay. Now, I'm going with the statement of Subhashita, that is Buddhi Karmanusarini. Now, if Buddhi is Karmanusarini, and that means our knowledge of whatever we give, or knowledge we have, the Dharmabhuta Jnana is acquired by our karmas. Now, whatever we have is what we have. It's very hard to do the jnana part, to know the jnana part of karma, because at least my intellect is not that, it has not reached that level. But again, the amount of dharmabhuta jnana I have is always driven by my anadi karmas. So how can I ever become knowledgeable with already the karma account kicking in each time?
Good question. Let me understand your question properly. See, in the Buddhist Karmanusarini, there that karma is Purva Karma, or the prior karmas in the past janmas and whatever was done in this life prior to that moment, right? Buddhi is intelligence there. It's not like, Buddhi means intellect, right?
Yeah.
So the intellect of a human being depends on the past activities and karmas he has done in this life and prior life, right?
Right.
With that, see, that is the capability one is given at any moment. That is the capability we have, right?
Yeah.
But we have the freedom to learn, freedom to understand, freedom to freedom to think about what actions we do properly. And while doing it, we how do we understand? See, we understand the nature of soul, nature of Atma through what do you call instruction in the past in the Sankhya Yoga. Lord Krishna said, but Atma has, it is not affected by anything. It is eternal and all those things, right? So by hearing all those things, one can get a feeling of what Atma Jnana is. While doing karmas, if you start thinking about that Atma Jnana, what you have achieved, it's possible. See, our intellect may be limited based on the prior activities. That doesn't mean that intellect is destroyed. Intellect is there. But using whatever intellect we have to develop the understanding the nature of karmas we do, whether we do sanyavana, whether we do any other kind of activities. We need to understand what these karmas are for. And while doing the karmas, the inbuilt Atma Jnana becomes very powerful. And the Atma Jnana can be achieved. Or we cannot achieve perfection right here. So even the Atma Jnana may be of limited knowledge, limited, but eventually that becomes stronger and stronger, right? So what is difficult is perfect knowledge of Atma Jnana and perfect knowledge of the right karmas to be done is questionable, in the sense that that will only come to the most intelligent of the people and most profound of the people. It doesn't come to everybody, but eventually you correct it. And because of the karma phala and because of your dedication and worship, and Lord Krishna will give dadami buddhiyogam tam yena mam upayantite. For if you show, if you take 2 steps, the Lord will take 10 steps in front of you and help you out. Dadami buddhiyogam, I will clarify the, so it is an ever improving process. The intelligence get improved. The actions will become better. When you start doing Aradhana or Bhagavad Aradhana, you may not be able to focus on the meaning. You may be able to only focus on the activities, and you totally get involved in the activities of bringing that and this and having this karpura or this arati or this light or lamp or whatever it is, you're doing it. But eventually you will understand internally that they are all for the Atma Jnana, or worshipping the Lord, pleasing the Lord and stuff like that. So this will come eventually. You may not be perfect at it at the beginning. Hope I have answered this. Have I answered it reasonably?
Yeah, yeah, you did. So what I get from this is we continue to do the karmas, knowing that there's a jnana part that I'm yet to understand, but we continue to do the karma anyway.
Yes, but while doing the, for example, while doing Bhagavad Aradhana, right? If you start focusing on the Lord and start focusing, there will be, see, the thing is, you're actually focusing away from your external activities, like, oh, I need to go to work, or I need to bring this and that. You have to stop all those things, right? Mentally, you have to focus on what you're trying to do. And if you do that, internally, the Atma Jnana will arise in you.
Yeah.
Because that will be the, see, all these things are not happening automatically. See, the jnana coming into you is actually the result, and it's actually the help of God.
Okay.
Yeah.
Agreed, Krishna.
Okay.
Thank you.
Then next, any other question? Okay. If there are no other questions, then during the next week, we will take up the next part of the 4th chapter and go deeper. I'm sorry, I was traveling and things like that, so things didn't work out for the last 1 or 2 weeks. So now we are back, and hopefully, even today I had very little time to prepare. Maybe I should have prepared much more and then finished a couple of more verses today. Could not do it. Anyway, let's try to.
Krishna, what is that shloka you said? Dadami buddhi yogam yena? Can you please?
Dadami buddhi yogam tam yena mam upayantite. If you Google it.
Gita statement?
What?
Is that a Gita statement?
Oh, yeah. Bhagavad Gita. Dadami buddhi yogam tam yena mam upayantite.
Okay. I was
It is actually Bhagavad Gita shloka. If you Google it, you will know. You will find out what verse it is, what number.
Sure.
it is.
Okay. Thanks.
Yeah. Okay. Any other no questions? Any other questions?
We are good, Krishna. Thank you very much. In spite of your busy schedule, you have managed to come back again.
God is making this happen. Asmat Sarvam Shri Krishna Arpanamastu. Asmat Gurubhyo Namaha. Asmat Parama Gurubhyo Namaha. Asmat Sarva Gurubhyo Namaha. Shri Krishna Parabrahmane Namaha. Shri Lakshmi Hayavadana Parabrahmane Namaha. Shri Lakshmi Nrsimha Parabrahmane Namaha. Sarvam Shri Krishna. I'm going to end this.